But Quincy Crew, coming off that break a little bit rusty. So I do feel like Four Zoomers and Quincy are quite even going into this matchup, at least for me. And Quincy is coming off a win where Four Zoomers are coming off a loss. So that always, it's always something you got to account for too. When you have two pro teams playing against
mentality
each other.
is very important. Four Zoomers, they start with a win, then got knocked down, and now Quincy Crew, they're just off the fresh win this morning, so they're probably feeling pretty good coming into this series. But I think as well, Four Zoomers, they have the mental battle to win this game. They're the ones who are the underdogs. I would say in this series, Quincy Crew have been smashing everybody in this region, and Quincy Crew also beat Four Zoomers. In the last tournament they played, I think in the upper bracket finals, Quincy Crew 2-0'd them, and then in the grand finals it was a 3-2 in the best of 5. So Quincy Crew definitely have the advantage historically, and Four Zoomers really have to kind of get over that and play a really solid game here to take down Quincy Crew and keep their tournament lives alive. I mean, we're in elimination zone here, guys. It is stressful.
For sure. Clinks is actually not banned. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see Sammy Boy play Clinks? How does he feel about this hero? Does he think he's still good after the nerfs?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Is he willing to go for it? I think.
Maybe. But look at the Four Zoomers bans too. They got rid of the Terrorblade first phase. The hero has already climbed up to a first phase ban now.
I'm not surprised either. That hero is hella good. And the tree comes out of the first pick from Zoomers.
Okay. It could be a core. It could be a support. Very flexible hero. That's for sure. They're not picking the Clinks. Now, if you pick Tiny and Clinks, that is a lot of early mid-game tempo that Four Zoomers will gain. Right? And we saw the power of Tiny even in the hands of Infamous last game. They were doing really well with the tossbacks. Was very strong to fight with the Queen of Pain. Lots of burst damage potential. I really like this hero. And Four Zoomers, they're going to play it quite well because they like to team fight all the time. I think Crystal Maiden is something I want to see Four Zoomers pick. Every time they play CM, the games are so freaking good for them.
Yeah.
But in the last 2 games against BA, when they played and lost, they didn't have CM though. Right? They actually just weren't able to pick it up in the draft. I think Husky played like Shadow Demon and Disruptor in those 2 games, but when he's playing Crystal Maiden, it just feels so smooth for these guys.
It fits them very nicely. It fits them very nicely. So the Wyvern's going to be the pickup from Quincy Crew. No big surprise there. I mean, this hero has just been super duper popular across the board. Probably, I believe it's the most picked hero of the tournament. There was a stat for it on the screen earlier today, and I think I saw it up there. Wyvern just very popular. Why is Wyvern so popular?
Well, has a save, has an amazing team fighting ability, literally a position 5 that can solo kill a hero, right? Oh,
there it is.
Finally. I mean, it's the nerfed Clinks. I know we didn't get to see the super OP Clinks with the Dominator, but we're definitely going to see Sammy Boy buying Domi on this hero at some point. And maybe he might not buy it right away in the early game. Maybe he will. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a great item. Definitely. And Wyvern is going to be quite okay though, because you got that save, right, with the Cold Embrace. It's good against Clinks. And then you got the Curse. Maybe you can tag it onto someone Clinks is next to. But the biggest thing about Wyvern and why he's so popular is because he can always push lanes out and buy time for your carry to be able to farm. So it's so hard for the opponent to run into a Winter Wyvern who's constantly pushing the creep or killing the creeps and also has his Curse ready. Right, you have to like do all these shenanigans, run around and stuff to like get him the backline. It's not very easy. And now they got the Spectre pick. This is a pretty good hero actually. I think I like Spectre against Clinks because you can haunt onto him in the mid-late game. Abyssal him or Manta him up. And Clinks is not really a good hero to deal with illusions. So, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's just a way to like get on top of him easily if needs be. Once you start, it's usually one hero which catches a Clink, so then you need +1 to get on top of him as well. So it's kind of difficult, but Spectre definitely makes life easier, and she's tanky enough to sometimes be able to survive the Clink's volley. I mean, I don't know, new Clinks does seem very strong, but most of the time Spectre should be tanky enough to survive until some friends get there. So hopefully the Spectre pick works out for Quincy Crew.
So going into the late game, I do think Spectre is amazing against Clinks, but like the early mid is going to be the troubling part, for the Spectre, right? If the Clinks gets his Domi going and they start snowballing the game, then there's not going to be a whole lot of room on the map to farm. And Quincy Crew is a team who likes to play from ahead. And it's
Yeah.
very rare that I see this team ever playing from behind. It's because they invest a lot of their drafts into winning the lanes.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's a very lane focused team, Quincy Crew, and Four Zoomers. Similar mentality to the game, but definitely feel more. They like their little combos. They like their Void Invokers, the little synergies they can pull out between their teams to help them get the edge over their enemies. Is definitely what they like to work towards. And you're just basically playing like 4-man Dota after the laning phase to make space for Sammy Boy. That's how it be.
Mm-hmm.
Gunner makes the plays, and Sammy Boy makes the money. He makes the stacks.
Mm-hmm. Check out the 2 bans on 4 Zoomers here, the Mars and the Kunkka. So the Mars ultimate is works in 2 ways, right? You can just jump on the Clinks, spear him to a wall, then you guys can focus him down. Or you can pop the Mars ulti and the Clinks can't attack inside of it because his attacks are going to get blocked off by the arena, right? So multiple reasons why that hero is good. And Kunkka X mark on a Clinks, he can't run away, going to get bolted up. And Quinn, he plays an amazing Kunkka, also very good. On the side of Quincy Crew, they ban Underlord and Necro, the two heroes that are very good at laning against Spectre, but at the same time can buy these team items that Spectre hates to play against, like Greaves and Pipe.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about trying to theoretically counter the Clinks, and Sammy Boy knows what Clinks is bad against. He's been spamming this hero in pubs. He doesn't want to play against that hero anymore, so he is being a cautious kitty and getting rid of those annoying ass heroes. Meanwhile, Quincy Crew, they get rid of the Underlord, the Necrophos, and the Enchantress.
So here comes
thrown out from them.
Yeah, for sure. Ench would have been great with the Clinks in terms of the creep that he can eat, but I really don't think 4 Zoomers would have went that route anyway. It's just such an overkill to support like just this one Clinks, where he's probably going to end up buying a Dominator anyway. And Quincy could go for a Mirana pick. Okay, so they get that ranged right-clicking hero that Clinks is not going to have the easiest time to trade with, because if they pick the melee hero on the side of Quincy Crew, then the Clinks can just bully them out, right? If it's a support. So that's why they also banned the Wind Ranger, because the Wind Ranger, she goes to the offlane, hits the Clinks, she can just pop the Wind Run, and Clinks can't do anything against that. So that would make the offlane a lot easier for Quincy Crew. So we're going to get to see most likely a MSS Mirana this game, which is always a treat to watch.
Yeah, I only just realized that the Mirana made it all the way through to the 3rd pick. I mean, they have a ridiculously high, I think it's 9-0 with Mirana. Quincy Crew have been in the past 3 months, so that is a very strong pick of theirs to get through.
Doom, dude, what is this? I have never seen 4 Zoomers pick this hero up. This is a brand new hero for 4 Zoomers, and I wonder where it's gonna go. Is it gonna be the 4, the 5? Sorry, the 4, the 3, or the 2? One of those for sure, right? But I have no idea who's gonna play this hero. Like, at least in their officials, they've never played this hero. I'm sure some of their players have played it in the pubs. And I can't really understand, like, the main reason for the Doom. Maybe it's to Doom up the Spectre later, or get, like, an Aghanim's Infernal Blade the Spectre. It actually applies Break. The Infernal Blade with the Ags, and also Stun. But it's not bad. Like, I maybe they're just picking the Doom preemptively to just Doom up whatever hero Quinn plays, because he always likes to play these super elusive heroes.
I really like this as a solution to the Clinks, though. The Axe jumps in when the Clinks pops a strafe, and you can do some real damage.
With course,
not the easiest situations to pull off. And of course, Clinks isn't going to apply the extra damage from his searing arrows to that axe, but still the attack speed is going to make him turn into a spinning top, and it just gives him some kind of like frontliner to make the jump, make the catch, and give Spectre a nice easy hero to horn in on and follow up with. And also it's another setup for the arrow as well, which is really good. They're lacking that right now, so I think that's important. So yeah, I'm excited to see this axe in play.
Yep, this axe can do a lot of damage, like you said, with the blade mail and the blink here. Good initiation tool as well, and you also got the Winter Wyvern. So there's something cool they can do on Quincy Crew is they can stack a lot of Ancients, and then they can use the axe to kill the Ancients with the Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace. So you can get like a little bit earlier.
Attacking him, but he's not dying, then just spinning around like a madman. Yeah.
Right. So the axe doesn't take any damage, and then you can get like a faster blink dagger or other item timings. It's really good to do that. I remember who was that? It was Complexity, the old Complexity with Swindle Melons.
Mm.
They love picking this axe and Winter Wyvern together, just so they can keep on killing ancients nonstop and get this super farmed axe going. But this Doom pick, I'm telling you, like this Doom pick was such a surprise. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Quincy Crew did not expect this in any way. Like these teams are always practicing drafts, like and thinking about what they need to pick. And then like this
Viper.
Doom definitely came out of nowhere. Viper, okay, so this
I mean,
Viper,
that's the Spectre counter, and the axe
it's
counter.
good, and Axe, yeah, I can break both of them. It's Gunner can play it, and so can Monkeys Forever. I think Monkeys Forever actually loves playing Viper. There's a
What a
very good
sick human
chance.
being. What a sick human being. Who loves playing Viper?
Well,
God.
players who like to annoy others, right? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
I guess.
in the past, when like the old Viper, do you remember the old Viper who had the high damage if you're hitting like low HP units?
Yeah.
Before he had the break ability. I love playing that Viper because it's so toxic, like to your opponent. They just can't do anything. If I have to go mid lane one game as a support player, sure, I'm gonna freaking pick Viper and just piss somebody off.
Yeah,
Sometimes
true,
you just
true.
win
Just
games
spam
like
spells.
that. Yeah. So the Viper is quite nice, like you said, to break the passives of the Spectre, the Axe in this game. And then this makes me think Doom or Tiny could be a position 5 hero this game. If one of them is going to be a 5, it should be like the Tiny, I think. Can lane all right with the Clinks.
Yeah, Tiny's don't know, not something we see often as a position 5, but could be. I surely they put it as 4 though, and just get a nice like stable 5 as their final pick.
Yeah,
Crystal
I see
Maiden's
him.
still in the pool.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
I do like it. I mean, it's not that easy to play CM though this game against Axe and Mirana because you got that Battle Hunger into Arrow combo. Like
Yeah.
you're just so slow on a Crystal Maiden, the arrow can just land so easily, and you might just die. They banned a Disruptor here. Not a
slow
bad.
anymore.
Yeah. So let's see what they will take on Husky here.
And also
It
the biggest factor about the CMX matchup, of course, when you hit that 20 talent and get the attack speed, the axe gonna jump on you, start spin around like a man that you know. It's always gonna be thought about, Thief, and always gotta think about that CM20 talent whenever you're drafting that hero. Every single game. I'm gonna try and find a way to talk about it every single day we cast together.
Shadow Demon, okay.
Okay, that's a
I'm
great
glad
pick.
I don't have to analyze your CM, theory crafting because
Nonsense.
we got a Shadow Demon. So let's move on. They've got a
Let's-
nice save now, right? With the Shadow Demon against
That's
the
such
Axe.
a
So
good
if
pick.
Axe does call someone, yeah. But they are
It's
lacking
so good
disables.
versus Axe. It's great versus Mirana because whoever gets arrowed, you can just disrupt them for a while. It's great versus
Yep.
Spectre because she can't just jump on someone and kill them immediately. And it's going to take a long time. They're going to get disrupted. And
Right.
I think it's an amazing pick. Yeah, I really like this a lot.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's just such a great save. And
Also, one more thing as well. When you're playing Spectre into Viper, once a Hornet is gone, you want to try and keep the Spectre inside the Nether Toxin for the break, and you need something to be able to keep her there with. And the ultimate, the Demonic Purge from the Shadow Demon can help you do that. So
Yeah.
I think that's a really important factor as well.
Lina.
And Lena's going to be the final pick from Quincy Crew.
Interesting. So this is very similar to what I'm surprised Quinn is playing Lina, by the way.
You are?
Right? I'm quite surprised. Because he's not playing Lina normally. Like, this is a very new thing for Quincy Crew and Quinn especially to be playing Lina, I think. He often plays like these melee space making heroes kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
Lina definitely comes out surprised, but it's really good with the Spectre. And who are they going to put mid? They're actually going to put the Tiny mid. So it's going to be a Doom 4, Viper 3, Tiny 2, and Tiny versus Lina. It's going to be a hard matchup in the lane, but later you have the Tiny Toss combo, which is not bad against
not bad
Mirana
at
and the
all.
Lina, and also Jump the Wyvern. I just feel like Ford Zoomers are lacking in disables in this game.
Yeah, that's
That's the
true.
only
They
thing I'm worried
definitely are.
about.
They definitely are.
Uh-huh.
You're relying a lot on the tiny damage and the Doom to be able to give them the lockdown they need. And Klinks does need a bit of lockdown. You know, he does a lot of damage, but you really want something just to hold people still or slow them down so that Klinks can actually just finish off one hero. Because it's no good if the Klinks just come to the fight and peppers his damage all over the place because he can't hit anybody for more than 3 or 4 hits. So this could be a problem, but the burst potential is extremely high on 4 Zoomers. That has to be looked at here. We are playing into a Mirana and a Lina and a Wyvern. These are 3 heroes, which if the Klink's Tiny get on top of you, you're gone. You don't exist anymore. Your time on this earth is over. So that has to be something which is looked at as well. And hopefully Quincy Crew can still make this work and not completely get picked apart by 4 Zoomers. But yeah, 4 Zoomers have put them in the position where they have to be the ones being the aggressors this game. They have to be the ones finding the fights and penetrating the backlines of Quincy Crew. Because if they able to get a good formation fight off in Quincy Crew where they protect their backlines, don't let the Lina and the Wyvern get killed off, and there's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of control being thrown out. That axe is going to be a pain in the ass as well. You've got daggers, you've got arrows, you've got light strike arrays to throw on top of this axe as well. Like, you can't let these guys play the game they want to play. They will beat you if you allow them to do what they want to do. So yeah, I think it's an interesting game. I think it's about, I'd say about 60-40 for Quincy Crew.
It does feel like Quincy Crew's lineup is a bit more cohesive in this game. And the Lina Spectre combo, I've mentioned this a few times, I think. It's really nice. It buys a lot of time for the Spectre to be able to get his items, and the Lina is really good at protecting the mid tower. And I don't know if the Tiny doesn't snowball in this game and the Klings don't snowball, like they are on a timer, right? On 4 Zoomers.
They are, I think. I mean, I don't know. It depends how good Klinks is in the like pretty late game. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the new hero yet, but
it's exactly the same when he gets to the late game. Like, exactly the same.
No, but I haven't seen enough of him in the new patch in general. You know.
Oh, okay, right.
Not the tweaked version.
I do feel like if 4 Zoomers do get ahead, though, in this game, it's going to be very hard for QC to get back on the map because they're just going to keep on dying over and over and over again, right? But they have to be able to do that. If the game goes like 50-50, I do see QC having all the possibilities to be able to just team fight nonstop. And 4 Zoomers, again, they only have 1 stun, which is the Tiny.
Yeah, I mean, Gunnar has to find the jumps this game. Gunnar, he really does. He's got to find so much. I mean, they can get the Centaur on Doom, which I think is going to be needed for motion, to be honest. You can't skip out on that.
Oh, Simon Boy getting stunned out bottom. He's going to lose a little bit of HP here. Always annoying as a carry to lose health before the laning stage starts because you're always using up some of your regen.
It's very annoying. Very annoying. Especially as a Klinks as well, such a squishy hero. I hate trying to last hit against Axe as well, you know. When you get that battle hunger on you, you just feel like an immense pressure to land last hits, you know, more so than usual. Like, oh god, like he's going to know if I miss them, and I'm going to lose loads of health if I miss them. You know, I don't deal well with the pressure. I crack. It's not pleasant. Let's see if he gets range creep hit. Needs it. Oh, okay, Husky's going to take it. He's like not messing around with that one. 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Grab that one down. His MSS can't really trade with the Shadow Demon here, which could be a problem when it comes to pulling and such. Like, I feel like Husky should be using this opportunity just to stack Shadow Poison and MSS whilst he blocks the pull camp here. But MSS is just trying to protect his Sentry Ward, actually, just with this. But both
He's
the
got
camps
a lot
are actually blocked.
Yeah, there's a lot of mana costs, honestly. The Shadow Poison to stack up somebody to like 4 or 5. And he's only got like 2 mangoes, so he wants to be a little bit careful. But it's okay, that's 3 stacks, so...
Yeah.
Things are getting a little bit scary for Mr. MSS. He's going to back off, make sure that he doesn't get hit anymore.
Absolutely.
Ooh, almost reset it to 4.
Nearly resets it. Yeah, that would have been a kill as well. And now Husky takes a bit of damage here, both from the right clicks from MSS and from Lels's Battle Hunger.
Monkeys forever.
And down goes a courier up in the top lane. SVG will grab that one.
He also TP'd back to the tier 1 because they were going on and we didn't want to lose any more HP. I'm not sure. This Doom, how effective is he? Okay, alright. This guy's got
this Doom's super effective, bro. He's got the ice on me. He's just gonna rock up now. Yeah, good luck trading with me, SPG. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna put on the Viper. He's gonna put on the Viper, and then that's it. Oh my god, dude, this is so broken. Viper with ice armor creep. No way. Jeez.
Yeah, this. There's not much you could do into this right now for the
No,
for Yawar and SVG. I mean, they can use Arctic Burn every time it's on cooldown, but yeah, Viper's just gonna chill. Key broken.
Husky's laptop key is broken, boys.
Oh,
Yikes.
not again, guys. Let's get over to the GoFundMe.
Oh my god, he should create a GoFundMe. I'm sure the community will come together and get him a computer.
Yeah, I just get the idea that like Husky plays on like an old, you know, Dell 95 laptop, which is like running on Windows 95 and like has a bunch of keys missing. You know, he's like, oh god, my W key fell out. I better bring my L key over, just for this game. They're chasing Ocean here. Not sure to what success though. I mean, the man has 6 armor. He's got Scorched Earth available. I don't think you're going to trade very well with this dude. And look at Yawar actually taking the slow from the Bull Assassins as well. Ocean's just standing his ground. There's nothing they can do about that. What a baller this Doom is, finding that creep. Meanwhile, alright, let's have a look at all these lanes going then. So Lena doing pretty well at mid with a 13 and 5 into Gunner's 10 and 1. It is a Lena versus a Tiny. You know, the Tiny can only kind of squeeze in and grab a couple of CS here and there. We're expecting Quinn to do pretty well from this, but the Tiny just wants the XP, and will hopefully make his mark in the game with his rotations, hopefully utilizing his power runes. Well, Husky, it's a disruption forwards. Arrow going to come, won't connect onto the Clinks though, won't connect onto a creepy. They're a wasted arrow from MSS in the bottom lane. But how are they doing in the bottom lane? Well, 14 and 1 on Sammy Boy, pretty nice, and oh my god, look at the damage onto MSS here. He's got to respect the Clinks. But Lelis is just going to continuously cut the creep waves. Husky, he wants to spam out those shadow poisons to stop Lelis from just eating the creep wave up. But actually, with the battle hunger and the boots, and no boots on Husky, he just gets chased back down under the tier 2 tower, and he actually doesn't have much mana on Husky either. So not a whole lot he can do into Lelis. And MSS is looking for the arrow here. He's trying to go for the wraparound. Oh, the under. What the hell was that? Did you what?
I don't know.
Misclick? Just dived under the tower and died to 2 tower hits. Okay. Anyway, back to normality. I mean, that's an interesting way to give first blood.
Dude, that's so much gold for a position 5, and he's level 3 now. That's gonna be very annoying for this Axe soon. If he actually goes back there and starts poison stacking him up. Meanwhile, Clinks is also doing very well in this lane. Viper too, top lane. You know, after he got that frost armor creep, he has he's picked up a lot of steam in this top lane.
I'm back, baby. I mean, Spectre Wyvern is a pretty underwhelming lane.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you throw the extra armor onto the Viper and it suddenly just becomes impossible. Like, you can't harass the guy. You actually burn him, and you actually burn him way slower. Your eye clicks aren't really doing much to him. It's all very sad. But at least I got this middle lane, I suppose. No, Gunner's not even... yeah, Gunner's not doing too great in the middle lane. This is the Lena lane.
Yeah, I mean, he's okay for now. Like I said, just get the XP and then start rotating on the side lanes. Later, when he does have the Blink Dagger, Lena won't be much scared. Oh, look at top. Monkeys Forever really committing onto Yawar here. Oh my god.
Yeah, he gets him. The poison is there. Doesn't even need the ultimate to get the solo kill onto Spectre. That is bad.
Dude,
that is
this Spectre... I mean, this is huge because this is not how QC normally play. You know,
lane, jump forward. Sammy Boy getting low here and will get finished off by Lelis and MSS. Husky gets a return kill though. A big bunch of stacks of shadow poisons upon him, and Husky is able to bring him down.
SVG getting gone on by Gunner here.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's up onto the high ground, but they throw down the vision, and they will be able to bring him down. Gunner gets him with that tree. We didn't see the last Tiny at mid actually put any points into tree grab, but Gunner decides he does want it.
So Quinn using the catapult to do as much damage as he can into this mid here. Gunner is hoping somebody would actually keep him mid and refill his bottle, but unfortunately Doom had to go to get that Wyvern kill. That's okay. They got the clear here. Quinn is gonna move top though towards this Viper. Spectre is definitely asking for some help here.
Yeah, hopefully they can drop the Viper, but he's a little bit... Oh, never mind. Laguna Blade comes out. I was gonna say, he's a little bit late for the stun. Didn't need it. He's got Laguna. He brings him down. A singular spell, and Viper is dead. What a sick rotation from Quinn. Turn delay, press one button, gets a kill.
That's pretty big because Yawar was definitely struggling up in that lane for a little bit, and the Doom didn't even need to be there anymore. But Lelis bottom. He's got phase boost. He's so fast.
Jesus, he's out of there.
Doom's not doing anything to him, that's for sure. I mean, this build is kind of awkward from the Doom, right? He doesn't really have a lot of kill potential. So what he has to do is chill with the guy who can die or possibly die and just apply pressure with him with the Frost Armor. And I feel like he should just stay top with his Viper and make sure like Spectre can't pull, nobody else can pull top, something like that.
Meanwhile, the middle tier 1 tower still being pressured by Quinn here. Quinn, he wants this tower. He's Alina, he's got the range, he's going to keep on pushing it in and try and force the Tiny to play around mid.
Oh, Sammy Boy got arrowed. Oh my goodness.
Jesus, this Clinks is dead
really
again.
Nice.
But look, he is going for the Helm of the Dominator.
Yeah, you're going for the medallion first, get some armor and mana regen.
Meanwhile, Gunner in the middle lane, slowly farming up these creeps. What's our Doom up to, by the way? Yeah, he's near level 4, actually. He's got himself a decent amount of XP this game. I was kind of surprised to see that, but has he just been jungling? Let's see, last hit's 8 and 0. Oh, a little bit.
Monkeys forever, top again. Quinn is here.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's going to drop the ultimate onto Quinn. Lena, though, she doesn't care. She's going to drop him all the same. And it's just securing Yua's lane here, making sure that the Spectre can actually play the game.
This is what I mean. I feel like Ocean should just stay with the Viper top lane. And this Viper can apply so much pressure to the Spectre, but instead of scouting out who can gank this Viper, you know, Quinn is just able to stroll on top of this Viper and just get an easy kill, and Spectre is just free farming because of it, right? This is what I mean. The Doom's skill build and the Ice Armor he's getting, it's like a very defensive way of playing, and you got to protect the Viper because it's the only liability in your lineup right now. You can always TP bottom to defend like the Clinks if he gets dove or something, but you can't really help the Viper easily top because the Viper wants to be applying pressure in the top lane. So you gotta just cover him, like sit around the jungle area here, something like that. Like what the Tiny is doing on Gunner, but this is a bit late now because the Viper already
Wrap around onto Sammy Boy. Levis is going in with a great wave. They've got the dust on Tim as well. Sammy Boy in some real trouble right now. MSS on top of him as well. Sammy Boy trying to get himself away. He goes for the death pack to give himself the extra HP, but there's too much damage coming down, and Levis will get the dunk.
Damn, feels bad, man, for Sammy Boy. Already 0-3 in this game.
Is under attack.
Yep, they choose a perfect hero. Just bully this Clinks out of the game. Kill him a bunch of times, keep the pressure up onto this Clinks, and he just can't play. He just can't get his creeps. It's funny how much this has turned around, you know? This was Yua not so long ago. He was the one getting constantly smacked down up in that top lane by the Viper. But now, it's shoes on the other foot. Clinks is just getting bullied. But Gunner, yeah, this is very similar. Gonna try and bring him down here, and they do have a ton of stacks of Shadow Poison on top of him, and he will die.
And this is the effect of Husky getting that early kill on the Mirana and just snowballing. Now he's already level 6.5 on the Shadow Demon. Absolutely insane. And we know what happens when a Shadow Demon gets farmed early on.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, they do work. This is a hero which can do some heavy lifting throughout the game if they have a little bit of gold. Meanwhile, they're moving up top onto Monkeys. Monkeys, he's not aware of this right now. Trying to move to the trees, but there's already the dagger upon him, meaning they will have the vision. And unfortunately, Mr. Forever might be a little bit dead. They got the Laguna, and he's just got to pop it. I don't want to get poisoned up. I just want to murder you. Jesus.
Nobody's covering him again for the third time. Monkeys Forever is dead. I don't know, man. I feel like he could be having 70 lasses, and the Spectre could be very oppressed in this top lane had the Ocean just stuck around there. But now it's like the opposite effect. But it's okay. Here comes the smoke from Doom. They want to make a nice juicy play with the Scorched Earth Doom here.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. Quinn's going to be the
target. He's going to toss him in, right, Gunner? Oh, nope. He's already backed off. Look at Quinn. He knows where the angle the opponent can come from. So he's like playing on the opposite end over here and just shoving the mid lane out so they can't make any plays on the mid tower. Uh-oh.
And now they find Gunner. This is actually SVG. Nope, he survives this one. And my game has crashed. No, and now it's uncrashed. Gunner's going to be the target right now. The Winter's Curse comes down. Yua's on top with the Horn, and they will be able to bring him down. Meanwhile, Ocean and Monkeys Forever just going to leave this one alone. They're not interested in this fight.
That's very incredible reads by Quincy crew there. understanding where For Zoomer's next point of attack is, especially since the Doom has his ulti up. They know he wants to use it, right? He wants to use it so he can go back to doing whatever else, or farming, or getting his items. But unfortunately, it was a bit too obvious, that play around the mid area. How's Sandboy looking? Does he have Dami yet? Almost there. Not quite.
Yeah, needs to squeeze out a bit more gold. It's about 800 gold away right now, so gonna munch up the tomato man.
Oh, there's a pressure.
But yeah, they're going
so
onto Lelis
right?
right now. Ocean trying to close the gap. Gunner with the toss back. He's gonna go for the call onto the Shadow Demon though. Ocean still not dropping the Doom, and now he's gonna get arrowed up for an awfully long time here. And it's just gonna drop down the Starstorm. Ocean taking a ton of damage. Laguna Blade comes through. They haven't finished him off just yet, but the Light Strike Array, the Dragon Slave, will catch him out eventually.
Damn, I think he had to use the Doom in midair when the Tiny was using the toss if they really wanted to get the kill on him, but
yeah. A lack of commitment from Four Zoomers here. Gunner trying his best to stop them taking down this tower here. Not much he can do about it. Throws a creep over to Quinn. Quinn throws back a Dragon Slave.
Regeneration.
At least we got Monkeys Forever pushing in the mid lane here. They are gonna TP in and try to defend this though.
Yep.
Quinn is ready. He got the Yules. He wants to charge up some movement speed here so he can get in there and Yule him if he actually tries to commit to the tier 1. Doesn't, just backs off. It's too scary, that's for sure. Well, big, I mean, I want to say big lead, considering, you know, they had a Spectre versus a Viper lane going. So, things are looking pretty good for Quincy crew.
Yeah, Quinn is so farmed. Like, Quinn is farming at a ridiculous rate right now. Getting kills, moving around the map. Ocean. He's in a world of hurt right now. They're going to try and defend this guy. Husky is in from behind, and he's going to go for the Demonic Purge onto Yawar and the Disruption onto the Doom. See if they can get it out in time, and they can. The Spectre is in a bit of trouble. They can't seem to finish the job. Going to go to the Tusk back onto someone, but unfortunately, it's not the right target, and that's just going to mean that the Spectre can sit back, wait for the Doom to run out, and now the curse into Arrow. Arrow will miss, though. Husky's the one in trouble on the front line, so going to come down to Gunner. Won't finish the job, but the Yields is out onto Mr. Husky as he gets crushed by MSS. And that is going to be a kill for the Quincy crew in the end. And the Doom going down earlier as well makes it 2. Meanwhile, Monkeys he loves pushing towers, dude. He's just a tower pusher this game.
Middle tower has fallen.
Oh no, Monkeys, not like this. Yikes. I mean, there's no Laguna here. But I think
but they've got the arrow from MSS.
Okay.
The Yules into arrow combo, it's easy enough. And Quinn will get himself yet another. If you come for the king, you better not miss. But at least he gets the tower. Monkeys Forever will be happy enough, I guess, with that. Tier 1 tower down, opening up a bit of map for them. But, I mean, yeah, we're just yet to really see the effectiveness of his Clinks. He's hasn't really had much of a game, unfortunately. Shut down in the early game, hasn't really bounced back from it. Monkeys as well, and a bunch of deaths. Gunner didn't really have a lane to start with, so didn't even need to be shut down. And it feels like, I mean, if I'm Zoomers right now, I'm pretty sure you just go as 5 and start trying to just find some heroes, because they're going to be in an awkward position where fighting is difficult, because Quincy crew just farmed, and they're just going to get way more farm than you. Everybody on every bit of, you know, the Spectre's going to farm faster than the Clinks. The Lena's going to farm faster than the Tiny. And the Axe is going to farm faster than the Viper. So across the board, like, this game's only going to get harder from here on out. I think you just want to go 5 and try and find some fights, but maybe they just want one more item before they do that.
Yeah, the thing is, they don't have the Blink Dagger on the Tiny, and they're not really close to it. The best move for 4 Zoomers is actually try to surround the top tower and just get rid of this tower already. So they have like an area on the map they can just control and ward up in. Quincy crew already took the mid lane, so it's very difficult for them to just try to sit back and farm in the jungle. Look what they're doing. They just smoked up, invading the bottom jungle. They're going to put some vision up. They got the Blink Dagger. Things are really scary. But giving this top tower away for Quincy crew, now 4 Zoomers do know where Quincy are at. It's going to be in the bottom jungle. How's Sandboy looking? He's got that creep, right? Now? Yeah, he does, the Dominator. He hasn't been able to accomplish a lot in this game. I think a lot... I think that has to do with the fact that mid and top didn't go so well either.
Yeah, for sure. He had a really bad start to the game, and he doesn't really have many heroes to play around. You know, they wanted to go with the Tiny blink in, blow somebody up, with the Clinks doing the scouting on the front lines with the invis, but it just hasn't happened for them. And now things start to get a little bit awkward.
Is under attack.
Meanwhile,
I said this-
Lilith has been seen by Gunnar here. Gunnar actually doesn't have the mana to TP himself away, and even if he did, there's a blink axe on his face. And now the Haunt's going to come forward here. They want to bring down Gunnar, and they'll jump forward to be able to do so.
Yeah, he's
Lilith
so close to
and
blink
Yawar on the hunt. I mean, what does he do here? If the call comes out, Gunnar can TP out afterwards if they can't kill him off in time.
Arrow.
But MSS is here with the arrow, and that is going to be a dead Tiny. And that's going to delay that blink dagger even further. God, I mean...
Yeah, things are looking so good for QC right here.
I mean, should this not be monkeys invading enemy jungle and just kind of putting pressure here? I don't really know what his job is this game on the Viper.
Monkeys is very far behind this game. He died in situations he shouldn't die, and that's because, like I said, like for the 5th time now, Ocean was not playing with him in the top lane, where that's the best place for Ocean to actually apply pressure with his ice armor. When the Viper had the ice armor on him, he was just dominating this top lane, and nobody can gank him. But the moment he left him, things really fell apart. So most of the heroes on 4 Zoomers right now are just trying to catch up. They're like 2, 3, maybe even 4 minutes behind on a lot of the items that they expected to be. So they're just trying to get to that point where they are able to, you know, they're battle ready, essentially. Like Tiny just about to get his Blink Dagger, right? So as soon as he gets his Blink, maybe they will try to do some plays. But Quincy are, you know, they're getting so many items by now. Spectre has Manta already.
Yeah, that's a quick Manta indeed. Going in towards the Diffusal Blade next as well. No,
It's really nice against Clinks, the Manta here, because you can just haunt on top of him, Manta's play, he can't kill your illusions, and you do so much damage.
Yeah, especially if you got that Desolate proc coming out as well. It's a really big deal. Man, Quincy, they are in a dominating position this game.
Damn. Check out Quinn, man. He's farmed this game. He's about to get Lincolns.
He's just been moving between like middle and bot and just farming up the entire map at the same time. It's absurd how much he has.
Top tower is
Well,
under attack.
Quinn made everything happen in this game, right? Like he won mid, then he rotated top. He killed the Viper like what 2 or 3 times there, because of his rotations, and now he's like making sure the mid lane.
They're going now. They've got the Blink, they've got the Avatos to come forward here into Monkeys Forever, but the call to respond with, can they finish off Quinn here? The disruption actually comes out from Husky. Are they setting up for the kill? They are. Beautifully done by Husky there, actually timing for the demonic purge, and they bring
Casa Curse. We're literally praising Quinn, and he just gets tossed back on the mid lane and dies.
Yeah, and now Cyberboy wants Roshan. He's got this Madame of Courage with the Blightstone. Monkeys is in here as well. Gunner's gonna tank it. Arrow comes flying on through, lands onto Monkeys Forever, and all of a sudden they're a little bit spooked, but they might want to continue this. I mean, 23
I don't
seconds.
know, man.
Haunt in 10 seconds though.
Death Pact is out, and they have Spectre Haunt soon too. It's definitely not where you want to get called either.
No.
The Roshan Pit or Winter's Curse. There's too many good skills on the side of QC to fight in the Roshan Pit at the moment. Yeah, by the way, I have one question. Has Doom used his ulti yet in this game?
Yeah, he used it once at top onto the Spectre, who just kind of went and chilled and waited for it to run out and then came back in.
Okay.
So
yeah, I thought I was tripping. Like I thought he used it. I'm not sure. So I just want to make sure.
Don't worry, you're a chipping player. We all good. Yeah, I mean, this is a 20-minute game where QC are 2k gold ahead. They've got 6 more kills, doubling the kill count for the 4 Zoomers. And Yawar is making his way towards this Diffusal Blade at a very handy rate.
Oh, the Hill Troll. They know he just got arrowed. They know they're smoked. I mean, come on, MSS couldn't resist that 200 gold, and the smoke was running out anyway, right?
The Dominator
you gotta
is
get
just too tempting a bounty. It also means that Clinks isn't going to have something to death pack for 22 seconds.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense now, like why he picked the Mirana or more. Like if they were already predicting that the Clinks is going to go Dominator, regardless, maybe the Mirana pick, you know, it makes more sense that you can always kill that creep as well if it's ever showing up somewhere. Free 200 gold.
Yeah, absolutely. That's some smartness right there. They've been watching Sammy Boy. They know what he's going to do this game. And
oh boy, the wrapper on smoke.
Radiant structures
here we go.
fortified.
Let's see what they can do.
Nice ward here for Husky too.
TP in from Sammy Boy. MSS has been caught here. In comes the Viper Strike, the triple jump away, and the Moonlight Shadow from MSS. He desperately tries to get himself out, and it looks like he will not die to this poison. Meanwhile, toss back onto SVG into Monkeys Forever, and he's going to run him down with the poison. He's going to try and go for the Cold Embrace, but unfortunately he is still going to get run down. But Husky does die as well, so, you know, it's just a trade right now, but going to try to bring down MSS, and MSS will also get killed off. So, Full Zoomers do find themselves a bit from this, but Doom gets killed.
5 and 4.
Where is he? Why is he here? Okay, interesting positioning from the Doom. I assume he was going for some kind of wraparound play, but ended up getting killed off. Oh, why is his Doom down?
I believe he doomed the axe there. And he was like chasing him down. Yeah, I was actually looking at the Winter Wyvern, so I didn't notice it. But that's actually just a 4 and a 5 on both sides going down, so quite even trades. Spectre not really getting any kills for himself there, unfortunately, but I think he's okay. They just want to keep delaying the game, right? The Lina is getting big. She's got Lincoln soon going for the blink. The Spectre almost has his Diffusal Blade ready. There's a pretty good timing for the Spectre. I actually thought he was a little bit more farmed than this, but then again, like, they haven't really used the Haunt a lot, and he hasn't gotten any kills on himself. He got 8 assists though on the Spectre. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, Spectre's not exactly a flash farming hero. Just likes to spam out dagger as much as possible, but other than that, not much he can do. Sending the illusion down, but they're very aware that this thing is not real.
Yeah, 4 Zoomers surrounding the...
Oh, SVG.
Wow.
Nice pickoff.
Oh, okay. I don't think SVG noticed.
Murders him.
Yeah. I don't think SVG noticed that he was getting Ghana and just died there. Even Cold Embrace or anything.
Once again, coming into the pit, but this time I don't think it's going to be enough to stop them. Gunnar and Sammy Boy, they want this Roshan, and they may well just get it. You are going to use a dagger, give them some vision. Really nice. The Spectre can just keep up those daggers into the pit and make sure they can always see what's going on. But Quinn is just on the other side of the map, and he's showing absolutely zero desire to come back and defend this Roshan. Even though they have now finished off this Diffusal on Spectre, but without the Horn and without their Wyvern, their team fight just feels too weak, so they are going to let them get away with this one. And now Clinks, he's at a serious timing. He's got the Helm of the Dominator, he's got the Desolator, he's got the Aegis, and he can start inflicting some real damage.
Yeah, I think 4 Zoomers definitely wanted to be in this position a bit earlier in the game, but now that they do have the Aegis, they do have some potential to, you know, get out on the map, take back some of the map control. Unfortunately, the tier 2 tower bottom is dead, so Quincy can take that outpost, or have taken that outpost bottom. Monkeys, though, he's going to be the
jump into the middle lane. Yeah, this is one dead-ass Viper. And yeah, I mean, I love that Doom came over and he was like, hey, buddy, can you go... you know what? I'm gonna let you deal with that one. Sorry, nothing you can do about that. That is just a dead Viper. And again, you know, I've said it like 3 times now, but I just don't know what this Viper's place was in this game. You know, he had a horrible lane. He was abandoned by the Doom, and now you've got this weird hero running around with Hurricane Pike, getting killed off a bunch of times. I mean, I guess he's had a decent impact on the team fights when he's managed to get off Viper Strike or Poison Attack or whatever. But yeah, it's not feeling like a particularly useful offlaner in this game. But that's what happens when you ditch your offlaner. In response, they're going to try and get their Doom into a decent fighting position. He's got himself a Vlad's and a drum. So he is kind of... not exactly in the 3 position instead, but...
Hold on, Lelis might be in trouble here if he actually blinks down that hill. They're gonna notice somebody's here. Okay, he's gonna just TP out. He's not even gonna go for the bounty. He's not even gonna go for it.
Yeah, look at that. Like 5 different multicolored pings coming down in that very spot. But they're coming in right now. Gunnar runs into so many heroes. Actually stuns a bit there because there's just so many there. But he actually forced himself down the cliff. Quite nice escape from him. But a beautiful call coming out from Lelis. Holy moly. That's gonna be 2 heroes immediately put into the grave. And the fight was over before it begun. Oh my goodness. That was a chef's kiss of a call there. I mean, he didn't even see the Shadow Demon behind. He just went for the... It's something which good axe players will always do, where you blink like past the hero and then call, so that you always get that +1 maybe if they are behind you.
I mean, you will also not miss your call, right, in any way.
Yeah, in case they run away.
If you do that, because that's where they're going to be running towards. So yeah, it's a very good play. And this time around, though, Spectre did get 2 kills, so he's going to get a little bit more gold. He's actually going for a BKB this game.
Gonna try to start fights with a double damage Lina. That was a bold one. Sorry, yeah, BKB Spectre. That's something worth noting this game. So that's going to mean that you don't get broken by another toxin. I think that's literally why the Spectre's doing this.
Yeah, it's going to be very helpful, that's for sure.
But you still got the demonic purge to worry about, so it's not like it's a freebie running around doing what you want Spectre to game with the BKB. They've got the penetrating spell. It just depends who they want to use it on. A lot of pings coming out. They seem to know exactly where Lelis is. Sammy Boy's going to run forwards. He's inside the sentry for a little bit. Meanwhile, going to try to spawn to Quinn here. They can't blow him up in time. Ocean comes in, but there's nothing to pop the Lincolns on Quinn, so they can't get the Doom off. I mean, this Doom needs an urn or something, right? Like, or something. No, not none. The
no.
I don't know, Halbert. I don't know, man. They need to pop this Lincolns on the Lena somehow.
Yeah, it's definitely a big problem for them right now. It's a great item choice, and who was that? It was actually Beast Coast, right? Yeah, it was Beast Coast against Quincy. They played this exact same comp, the Lena Spectre. And the Lena went the very similar build to this. The Daedalus, Lincoln's, Yo's, Blink Dagger. And that's what's happening right now in this game. And that's what
Quinn's like, oh,
Quinn's
that
doing.
Good. Do you mind if I give that a try?
Yeah. He knows he's the carry. Like, he knows he's going to be the carry later in this game. The Spectre's going to be the one tanking and going to the front, so...
Here we go, jumping in, toss back onto the Wyvern. Wyvern put in a horrible position. SPG will get dropped. I mean, on the front lines, they're trying to slow down Quinn here, but they just can't catch the Lena. They don't have the capability to do so, but they can catch a Mirana at the very least. Sammy Boy finds himself a kill with the clumsy net. That's a beautiful item to pick up versus the Mirana. And they finally get themselves a kill. I mean, this age is about to run out in 30 seconds, so they're going to be very relieved they were able to do something with it. And now they're even going to start pushing this tower as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is exactly what they got to do. They got to play it in the enemy jungle, try to get some kill or some fight potential here so they can just connect it straight into a objective. And that's how they're going to get this tier 2 top now. So they're going to be able to take this outpost top. Maybe they can even control the bottom outpost for 30 minutes. That could be a really good move for Zoomers, if possible. But, you know, this Lena is so fast. Just been top lane, mid lane, but he doesn't even have boots of travels. But it feels like it's been all over the map this game.
Yeah, just brown boots Lena, zooming around.
Lena?
Maybe.
Wait,
no, Ocean's just watching, but he can't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't have a way to pop the Lincolns, like you said. Maybe he's got to dump the ice armor already. It might be time to change it into something that can break Lincolns here, like a stun creep or a purge creep from the Banisher. Yeah.
This Doom just feels so sad, man. I mean, maybe after he gets a blink, he'll be able to do that.
For sure. I'm not too big of a fan of the Vladimirs. I feel like you gotta go like Drum's Blink or something, or Vlad's Blink. But both, it's making it really hard for them to fight.
And it's like a super value game, but they jump in here, gonna try to find a target right now, but in comes a Horn, the BKB on the Spectre as well, trying to find a target. Meanwhile, the Clinks will pop up, but now turns around and annihilates his own Viper. A beautiful Woods Curse coming out from SPG to get that kill onto the Viper. Meanwhile, Yuan, nice amount of dodge there, looking forward for more here as they have taken down Husky in the backline. Sammy Boy just keeping his distance, doesn't want to get caught out here. Meanwhile, Ocean, he's backing up as well. Looks like they won't get any of the big core kills other than Monkeys Forever, provided they dodge the arrow, which they will. Sammy Boy's still going on a bit of a run, but they won't be able to run him down. Dagger's being thrown out all over the place, and once again another fight with no Doom being used because there's just no good Doom targets, unfortunately. It's really awkward. They're these fights just not going the way they want, and unfortunately Sammy Boy did just turn around and murder his own Viper that fight.
Yeah, it seems like whoever tries to play on the opponent's side of the map just has such a big advantage in terms of the fight or team fight potential. I mean, the Spectre Haunt just gives vision of everybody right on 4 Zoomers. I feel like it's starting to hit the late game timing, and 4 Zoomers are starting to run out of time here. The Doom, I don't know, he just has to find somebody to Doom here. At this point, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who he finds. I mean, the problem is without his Blink Dagger, he's having really difficult time maneuvering around the Clash.
Well, you are Doom. Your spell is called Doom. If you're not using that spell, I don't know what's happening, brother.
Well, we can't really...
It is hard, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard against Spectre, especially, because they can always see the Doom, right? It's alright. I mean, at this point for 4 Zoomers, they got to make another smoke play and try to play around the top area so they can play for the next Roshan. If QC get Aegis at any point in this game, I'm not entirely sure how 4 Zoomers will be able to take any team fights. And yeah, this Lincoln's also on the Lina is just is such a big problem. Who would have thought a Lincoln's is what's actually ruining 4 Zoomers from being able to just delete this Lina every single fight.
Yeah, it's making her completely immortal. And Axe actually finishing off a Heaven's Halberd, interestingly. So he's got the anti-Clinks item. Also pretty good against Viper as well in the right situations, but definitely buying it for the Clinks. As Clinks hits level 20 and gets that talent.
Yeah. He didn't even go for the blade mail. He doesn't even think it's necessary. His team does plenty of damage. And I actually kind of like this. Like, blade mail is kind of a greedy item, right? It doesn't really help your team in any way. But if you look at his build right now, the pipe is wonderful against the magic damage of the Tiny, the Doom, the Viper, and then this Halberd is going to stop the Clinks from attacking, and then his team can just kill him. You don't need to kill him yourself. So, team player Lelis right here on his axe.
Double damage.
This Clinks just does a ridiculous amount of damage though.
Oh, Lina? Oh, Eels? Oh, that's how you pop the Lincolns.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, but where is the follow-up? Where are the heroes? Sandboy are going to come in from behind, they do have the Doom, and they will finally take down Quinn. He can bleed, as it turns out, but now you are all by himself to have the damage to kill him before he gets the TP off. They do not, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the toss is actually going to trigger the arrow onto the Doom here. Gunner comes forward, Sandboy wisely not walking into the radius of the Winter's Curse. And will not therefore kill his teammate, and now SVG going for the Ethereal Blade TP out, but there is a net to stop that happening, and now SVG gets munched up by the Clinks. Om nom nom, eating some lovely delicious heroes for Sammy Boy. And that's a good fight for them, at last. It took a while, but we got there.
I mean, they finally got the jump that they needed, right? And they were able to pop the Lincolns with the Yules, or sorry, the Force Staff, and then he Yuled them, but enough time for the Doom to get there, get the Doom off, and that was a really good fight actually, because the Spectre used Haunt, and all they were able to get was a Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
In that clash.
Yeah. Perfect.
Quinn might want to consider getting a BKB this game because of the game plan of 4 Zoomers now, since they have found a way to break the Lincolns and get the Doom out on him. So maybe if he pops the BKB first, he has the Lincolns on, he can just, kill this Viper or Clinks or whoever it is that his
possibly
team wants him to focus. Yeah.
Do me once, shame on you. Do me twice,
this is
shame
so
on
good.
me. It's Roshan
Four
getting
Zoomers.
very, very low. They've got arrows thrown to the pit. They've got daggers as well. And actually, the disarm onto the Clinks here. He can't finish the job. Can they going to do anything about this, though? They're not. Roshan will fall, and the Aegis will go to Senor Sammy Boyo. Meanwhile, Monkeys Forever going to be forced out the back here. Yules out onto the Clinks here. Quinn trying to find the quick pickup, but the BKB comes out from Sammy Boy. Meanwhile, you are trying to find Monkeys Forever in the backlines here. SVG coming forward, looking for the Winter's Curse. Can drop it on someone. Meanwhile, well, they're going to throw it onto the Clinks just to stop them attacking people, but this is the Aegis target. Meanwhile, Ocean gets super low here, gets Laguna Duppy stuck in the pit, and he will be killed off. But Lela's taking a ton of damage, but again, the disarm onto the Clinks, so damn annoying. Meanwhile, they have the Yules up, and the toss back onto the Morales. She's flying across the fight. They take down Lelis. MSS trying to get himself away. The Gunner is chasing along with Sammy Boy. The TP out from MSS gets cancelled by the disruption, and this should spell the end for little Morana. She's going to get killed off with her kitty, and that is going to be 3 dead heroes on the side of Quincy Crew. They go for the Aegis fight. It was brave, and it was, some might say, foolish, and they end up losing 3 heroes.
Wow.
I mean, what was the idea there, Theban?
Dude, that was such a messy fight. Like, the Spectre ran in there, popped his BKB, started chasing the Viper, and that kind of made Quincy have to commit into the team fight because the Spectre was in the middle of the fight. They didn't even have a Haunt there, right? So it was really not a good idea. And then all of a sudden, Spectre gets purged up, and the Clinks just turn around and kills him. Axe also missed his call on the Clinks, so really chaotic, especially fighting under the vision of 4 Zoomers, because they were already set up there. You just got to give up the Aegis there and go for the next clash, or try to get a better positioning out on the map. Quincy Crew losing all their advantage in just 1 or 2 minutes there after the Lina died.
It is a big fall, but yeah, I mean, since about a minute, maybe like 30, yeah, minute 30 thereabouts, they've just been on the up and up on the side of 4 Zoomers, and yeah, Quincy Crew, they're struggling right now, but they are all back as 5. They have the Haunt, they're ready to go. Sammy Boy still has his Aegis, but they want to show respect. But, they
Check
still
out the
have
Tiny.
this Doom. Sammy Boy, I'm wondering if they want him. It's a hard hero to kill twice. I mean, this new Clinks is very tanky.
You can't. So the point he's at in the game is like already unnerfed Clinks, right? From the last patch. So he's an absolute beast right now. He's got so much damage. He's got 400 damage while he's got his death pact on. This is not okay for Quincy crew. Check out Gunner. That's what I want to mention. He's got an E-blade now. So
Nice.
he can
This is
definitely
something
blow
exciting.
someone up.
Yep.
It's a really, really good item on Tiny.
He's got 3 different items to pop the Lincolns with
Oh, they
as well.
caught
Meanwhile, with this
someone.
curse being used onto Husky on the backlines here, they really want to kill this Shadow Demon. It might open up for a fight as they try to bring down SVG, but he's got that cold embrace. Meanwhile, Lelis on the sidelines, stop with the jump in by just throwing spells at him and cancelling out his blink. Meanwhile, Gunner looking in towards here as Ocean really wants to get off this Doom, but they bring him down. Ocean is dead, no Doom for this fight. Meanwhile, on the backline, Sammy Boy's just trying to run himself away, and it's Gunner who will not be getting out of this fight. Oh, hero, whole shebang, trying to taste him down, and unfortunately that Ethereal Blade onto himself just sets up for a big fat Laguna Blade from Quinn. He tears through him, and that is going to be 3 heroes dead on the side of 4 Zoomers this time, as Ashu is now well and truly on the other foot. Now, the bright side of this is that Sammy Boy did get away with his Aegis, which is going to be up for another minute and a half, so maybe there is a window for 4 Zoomers to make one more play around this Aegis, but you cannot get caught out like this, Husky. The Shadow Demon must be alive for these fights. He is very important. That save is needed. The purge is needed. This hero is vital. I mean, I'd rather they jump onto Monkeys Forever than they jump onto Husky, to be honest.
Yeah, and he had no
Radiant's
buyback either
middle tower is under
in that
attack.
situation, so he's been dead for a while. Check out his score on the Shadow Demon.
Radiant's middle
his
tower has
score?
fallen.
Fitting.
666 on the Shadow Demon. That's what we like to see. That is an on-brand
That's what he was
score.
going for. That's what he was actually
Radiant's
going
top
for.
tower
So
has
Nice, smart guy, smart guy.
yeah, it was just a meme. So you can't blame Husky for dying there. Just playing around. Oh, Nullifier on Yawar. Huge item pickup right here. Absolutely
Interesting.
huge. Yeah, so the 4 staffs are not going to be able to save anybody anymore. If he
Nope.
nullifies that target. He's just going to keep going on them with the Desolate. Oh boy, this is... Spectre just hit another power spike in this game.
Cyborg's showing here in the lane. I mean, he's only got 20 seconds left on this Aegis, so has to be a little bit cautious. Quincy crew holding this high ground. That's a smoke up from Forzuma's Gunners. Immediately gets popped and blinks himself away into relative safety, at least. This lane ward doing a lot of work.
Oh, Soundboy, Hex up. Ocean, you got to get in there, buddy.
Yeah, they're trying to
you
grab
do?
the axe, and Ocean is just struggling. His blink got cancelled by a dagger. That is very nice from Mr. Yuwala, just ruining Ocean's initiation. And now they're going to back themselves away on Quincy crew. Aegis is now down, however. Gunner trying to look forward for something here as he gets 4-star forward here, but won't find a target. Ethereal Blade out onto himself, just proving how scared he really is off the Quincy crew lineup. Cyborg drawing a pretty deep line here, though. He seems to have an idea of where he wants to go. He's got the Hex, he's got the damage, he's got himself the Death Pact rolling as well. Who can he find? SVG is a target. He's all alone here, though. He's going to engage onto SVG and be able to take him down in seconds. That was way too quick for them to do anything about that, but SVG buys back. But they steal the gem away. Cyborg has it. He's replacing his Helmet of the Dominator for the time being. God, so many items littering the floor. A spell prison for the Doom might be quite nice, though. They might send it over to Gunner, actually. Yeah, they will. He's got so
Gunner
many
wants
items,
that,
so many
for
spells.
sure. So many buttons to click for Gunner here. Dude, this game is getting real intense.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win. I really
So next
don't. Like,
Roshan. Yeah. It's gonna come down to the next Roshan now. Like, they have to play around this, right?
but they're not waiting. Like,
And-
both teams don't want to wait for Roshan. They feel whoever engages is
outpost.
going to be the stronger team. And I think that's true
So
when you have an
clutch.
axe. That's always
They were
gonna be
able to
true.
make it to the 40-minute outpost on bottom. They didn't want QC to have both of the outposts here. It would have been such a huge XP difference. Level 25, almost on the Lina now. Just one more level. She's gonna get the attack range, I suppose. Oh,
Ocean sitting just behind Yuar right now. Meanwhile, Gunner once again coming in, trying to find a target with the Avalanche. Moonlight Shadow gets popped preemptively from the Mirana.
Phew.
The thing is, as this
Dude.
BKB timing gets lower on Spectre, that's just going to mean more Nether Toxin usefulness. Uptime.
Simon Boy got arrowed!
Oh no, he got arrowed
no.
up. They found him. Dust comes down. It was an arrow into Infist there. I don't even know how they caught him, but he's dead. This fight's over before it begins. So while looking over towards Monkeys Forever, trying to bring him down here. Meanwhile, the front lines of the fight, Ocean is just going to get brought down. Husky walks into the arrow as well. It's a slaughter in the jungle right now as they run through 3 heroes. Monkeys Forever and Gunner just trying to get themselves away. Monkeys, that's not
Holy
a camp
crap.
you want to farm, my dude. That's not a
Dude,
camp you
that-
want to... Stop farming the... Oh, Jesus.
Boy's pinging right now. He's like, yo, there's like a ward sentry here, man. Oh my god, that was some MVP plays right there from MSS with that super clutch arrow, and that just blow up the game for QC.
Yeah, it looks like there was the observer in the sentry down here, so he was like traveling downriver in this direction, and just got caught out, unfortunately, at the very last second. And now the damage is coming down onto this high ground. 50 seconds still until the Clinks is back in this game. Out for a very long time. Has the buyback should he want to use it, but does not want to commit that hard to it right now. Lelis, Quinn, Yawar, SVG, all just doing the damage with the Lina here. Gunner, oh, that's an interesting blink. He's going to throw down the avalanche, toss back the axe as well. The tower still just about alive, using up the catapult in order to keep these towers alive here. A Thrillblade even coming out as well. You'd think this was their ancient way they're protecting this tower, but they will keep it alive.
Repair kit is on too. So annoying, repair kits, my goodness. They're just so ridiculous. Check out the Lina's item build. Got AC now, no BKB. This is some big dick energy from Quinn. That's for sure. Lincoln's AC dataless. Is this even like a support? I mean, I'm sorry, is this even like a mid-int Lina or something? This is one of those like, you gotta take a screenshot, right? You gotta ask
which hero
guess the hero. Yeah, guess the hero. My goodness, so much damage coming out from the Lina. Highest net worth in the game, utilizing all that farm and lane pushing she's been doing.
Yeah, only about 100 gold, but it does make a difference. Meanwhile, they find the leveler on Clinks. I mean, you're always a little bit disappointed with the leveling. It's good enough. Great for pushing, but the rest of the game just kind of feels a little bit there, you know? It feels like,
it's nice for Clinks though. He needs the attack speed, right? Like, that's what he kind of lacks. Strength is good, but it's not going to last forever, and you can always use more attack speed. By the way, check out the talent that he took on the Clinks.
Oh yeah, he went for the death pack health and damage. We talked about this yesterday, thinking that it might actually be the better talent now. And Cyborg certainly thinks so. So dude, right now, oh my god. Oh, hover over that death pack. Oh, on the back lines.
I saw that.
Two-man call. That is nice. Lelis going to be able to take down the Doom immediately here. He does have a buyback, and I feel like he's probably going to throw it down right now. Meanwhile, Clinks looking for the Mirana in the back lines. One more right click should finish the job, but it's not enough to bring him down as the mist comes down uphill. Now the arrow comes down, connects onto the Clinks. Sammy Boy held still once again. He can't get off the BKB. He's just going to get finished off again. Oh no, Sammy Boy out of the game. Buys back into this one. They really want to try and take this fight. The Doom will come down onto the Lina at the very least. Can they follow up though? Husky's coming into this one. Meanwhile, going to be in control on the high ground here. He's going to get taken out. Meanwhile, Husky running himself away here. Yawar's chasing him down, and he's going to get that kill. Sammy Boy turning back into the fight, trying to make something happen from this, but I don't think there's anything to be had. Desperately, okay, well, SVG is taking quite a few hits here, but he's got the Ghost Scepter, he's got the Magic Lamp, and in the end, nothing will happen for the four Zoomers. All they get is MSS, which is just tragic for them.
Yeah, and that's dieback on two heroes, on the Doom and the Shadow Demon there. Sammy Boy, you know what happened? He didn't get the BKB off before the call, and then the arrow hit him as soon as the death pack ran out. So when the Lina turned around to kill the Clinks, he only had like 2k HP left.
A tiny little
Clinks,
boy. Okay, that's a nice kill. Dieback on SVG.
They don't have a gem. Oh, they do have a gem on the axe. They can actually go for those.
But coming in, they want to try and take this fight. It's Yawar versus Sammy Boy. The two beefcakes battling it on down right now, but the axe comes down from Lelis to interrupt this, and Quinn, he's making his way over. The big boy is here, and there's no BKB on Sammy in just 1 second. It is now gone. The yours comes down.
No, that's back
Gunner needs to do something, but there's a BKB on Quinn. It's really hard to do for the 4-staff away, trying to help the Clinks out, but he gets taunted up. He's getting beaten down. There's the dieback from Sammy Boy. This is not what they can allow to happen. 122 seconds, and now with the Tiny going down as well, I'm afraid, Theban, that might be game. Quincy crew might have just finished things off. Oh man, this is
somehow.
Monkey's trying to open up onto
kill Lina or something. Yeah, they can hold off.
Can they hold off?
Well, there's no waves, right? Pushing into them.
That's true, actually. That's true. Yeah, that's Clinks Illusions pushing in mid really hard. Bottom lane is the only wave they've got. Oh, they've got Roche though.
Well, it's good enough, right? So the Clinks can revive, the Tiny can revive, and they can still get one more chance to take a fight. But they're down 21k gold now.
I thought this was over.
They're so far behind.
Yo, your Shadow Demon just
did he get it
with his courier? What did he get?
The refresher? I think he got the refresher. Yeah, he got the refresher on the courier. Nice.
Wow, what a player. He can't retrieve that from his career, unfortunately, so that's going to be out
for
of
now,
play
yeah.
for 2 minutes 30.
It's gonna give it to the Doom, I suppose. Cheese on the Lina. It's good.
I mean, I am surprised this game's still going, but you know, it's now really difficult for Four Zoomers. You know, they're without buyback. Oh, they actually got a hold in onto Ocean right now. Jesus, look at this jump. I mean, the Doom doesn't have buyback, and they're going to be able to finish him off here. What a jump, dude. That's crazy. I mean, they still don't have their clinks. They still don't have their tiny, so they're just realizing that this base is free go because his towers doing a decent amount, but not nearly enough to hold them back on the side of Quincy crew. They clean up through 2 heroes. That's a power of Horn. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, Yoar will find you. Yoar will kill you.
Has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
In we go to the tier 4s. Clinks and Tiny are back, but without their Shadow Demon, without their Doom, it's seeming very unlikely they can do anything about this as their tier 4 start to crumble. 4 Zoomers trying their hardest, throwing out some spells, trying to do anything they can to protect their Ancient, but it is now exposed. Defenses of the repair kit go up. 14 seconds. Sandboy's going to try and start onto everything being thrown onto Quinn here, but he's got the Yule set put together so much damage, and he's got the cheese, popping it, turning it around. Meanwhile, Sammy Boy looking for a target. He's going to get, nope, not called up. He backs himself away, but the focus is on Gunner. The nullifier's out onto him, so he's not going to be able to catch himself alive, and he is going to drop. But now, all the heroes coming back into this one. The Winter's Curse gets used onto the Clinks, picking him out like crazy. They want to bring him down. The arrow comes down onto him, but the Doom in the backline is being used onto Quinn. They will be able to get the Doom out onto him, but meanwhile, Sammy Boy trying to fight up into this right now. Meanwhile, the Ancient is falling, and the GG is called from Husky.
GG.
They cannot keep it together. They will lose the fight, and with it, the game. Quincy crew, it was a long journey. 48 minutes in is when they will end it, but end it they shall, and they take game number 1 in this best of 3 series. I mean, Fabian, how strong is this Spectre hero?
I mean, it's really good, dude. We see the power of it in this game. I really feel 4 Zoomers had a tough draft to execute, right, in this game. But they could have done it. They really could have done it, especially after Monkeys Forever solo killed the Spectre top. All he really needed was a Doom to cover him and keep on frost armoring the Viper. And if he'd done that, I felt like this Viper would have been highest net worth in the game. Not a whole lot of pressure will be able to come off from Quincy crew, middle or bottom. And then they could have just used that momentum from the Viper to get the Tiny to his blink,